Hey everybody, welcome to Around the Twist, episode 295. It's May 17th, 2017, and this chair keeps shrinking. I had this problem last time. Is that where it was? We'll see how much I shrink. It's like... Oh, good gravy. It is way too late in the day. It's already 4:15. Yeah, 4:15 Mountain Time, and I'm just getting my I almost said my first cup of coffee. Wow, that would be tragic. So, hey, it's been a couple weeks. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's a bout of just knitting, crafting ennui. I don't know if it's just like a natural progression of life. I don't know what it is. I have not been myself, for lack of a better term. I feel like I'm losing the crafty part of me, and I don't know what to do about that besides wait and see if it passes. So I hate to tell you, I don't have a whole lot of progress this week, but hopefully the mojo will kick back in, or maybe it's because of my theme this year of focus. I don't have several different things I can spread myself out on. I just have like two, and that's, I don't know if I've just hit a point with what I'm working on that I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe that's it. Because every time I sit down, I'm like, I should grab my knitting. And then I don't. It's just how it's been. So what I've got on the needles, pardon me because I can't remember what I told you all 2 weeks ago. I didn't make show notes. I was going off the previous week's show notes, and so meh. I don't remember where I was. First thing on the needles, in this lovely bag from Tangerine Designs, a wonderful Casey, in her cold sheet fabric bag that I had to have, are my friend Sarah's Dublin Bay Socks. Now, Sarah has since been here and visited. She tried it on. It fits. Yay! That's always a good thing. I'm always like, I know I've made you socks before, but please try them on to make sure they fit. So, first sock is done. Finished. That's the main pattern. We have an Eye of Partridge heel. It is a top-down pattern called Dublin Bay Socks by Ryan Morrissey. It is a free pattern. The yarn is my only other skein of yarn from the Cyborgs Craft Room. I believe my mom got this for me up at the Stockinette Zombies Retreat in Rochester, Minnesota, because I don't remember purchasing this myself, but I knew I had more in my stash. Sarah happened to pick it out. It's the Asocolate base, which is a 75-25 superwash merino and nylon fingering weight yarn. The colorway is I Cried Aloud at Night. And I'm knitting it on US 1s, like I typically do, for thinner yarns. It's a 2.25 millimeter needle. See what I mean? I'm losing it. I don't know what's going on. And I was able to knit waiting in line to get my oil changed and a little bit the other night. So I've crafted maybe a grand total of 20 minutes this week on these. Right now, so I can keep track for next week. So I'm going to count. I'm sorry. I hate when people do this on podcasts, but what am I going to do? I'm going to do it. So repeats down the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 repeats of the pattern and on the first cuff. And so far on this one, I'm pretty darn close. I might be at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to do one more pattern repeat and I can start the heel flap. So I'm closer than I thought, so that's a good thing. Yay, I'm glad I counted. Okay, marked. Show notes. Yay. So that's all I've done. I think I've done maybe like 6 repeats on the leg of this second sock. So it's coming along, and I know once I hit the foot and once I get past the heel flap and the gusset and hit the foot, it's smooth sailing from there. I can just zip out the foot because Sarah's got these short little feet I'm jealous of, and I can get these done and off to her. So new deadline on these. These are no longer her Christmas socks. I gave her the Trillion shawl that was my hashtag for Megan knit along after Megan of the Cyborg Craft Room passed away suddenly last summer. I gifted that to her as her Christmas present. These have pushed back to be her birthday present. Her birthday's not till end of July, so awesome. I've got time. Okay, second thing. The only other thing that I have riding around in my giant bag from Amy, Froggy Monkey, from the former Knitting in Circles podcast, is my stained glass blanket, take 2. Let me make sure I'm not going to fling stuff everywhere. There we go. Is that all I have left? Did I add more on that I don't remember? I think I did, or I've got loose stuff in here. No, okay. The pattern is Juggling Hexes by Wendy Harbaugh. It is a free pattern. I did take the whole thing and because it was just posted on a blog, it wasn't as a PDF on Ravelry. You can find the pattern, the link to the pattern on Ravelry. I took and typed it up. I'm not going to give away the secret sauce, but I took and typed it up into a Word document, and that rides around in my bag because I still can't remember the whole pattern. And just to make sure, even if I do think I remember it, I joined, I want to say just 1. Maybe I joined 2 because I had 5 centers. No, I think I just joined 1. I think I don't know. Oh Lord. I either joined 1 or 2 centers. I for sure joined this one. But I only have 4 centers here. I'm missing 1. It's somewhere in the bag. I don't know where it's at, or it's somewhere hidden in my couch. So I've got these 3 centers that I finished weeks ago that I still have to join on. All I did was add 1 center. This one over here. Pretty sure. Maybe I put this one on too. Oh, good lands. I don't know. I just started adding stuff willy-nilly. So it's growing, albeit slowly. And I think I'm just going to keep going around in circles and adding stuff on. Maybe I added this one too. I can't remember. So I'm mainly for the centers. I'm completely for the centers using Socks That Rock, lightweight and medium weight. It's everything leftovers I had from my stash, from my mom's stash. And I'm using an F hook that is in here somewhere. There it is. It's just a lovely El Cheapo Susan Bates F hook. It is a 3.75 millimeter F hook. And yeah, I joined 1 center. I did the black to join 1 center onto the blanket. And I'm sorry, I'm very sniffly. We have the house open and it rather quickly cooled off from where it was really warm earlier, so my nose is running. Plus, hello, hot coffee in a cold environment. Yay. I'm drinking chocolate mole today from, I almost said Starbucks. That is totally wrong. It's not from Starbucks. It's from San Marco Coffee. Hey. So, as of right now, I have 3 more centers to join on. I will join them hopefully soon. Hey. And, yeah. Oh, there's the other one. No. No. Nope. Don't know where it went. It's somewhere in this bag that is a big old giant mess. And, yeah. I'll get to them. I'll get them joined on. At some point, my crafting mojo will come back. It has to, right? It has to. Because this is so frustrating. I have so much that, I want to do, and I'm just going, no. Nah, I'll get to it. So I have no spinning, no pokey things. At this rate, I don't even need to go to Estes because what's the point? I am not using up what's in that craft room back there, so why should I even go? But I'm going to because it's a way to get our family out of town. We'll take the kid. Oh, there it is. Hey! It made a dive for the floor. I found the other one. Yay! I'm still, okay, so various and sundry. Upcoming events. I'm going to go to Estes. It's on a weekend off, so I'll work Friday and drag the family up on Saturday or Sunday. We haven't quite decided yet. Probably Saturday. We'll see. Hopefully progress on the canyon. It'll be after Memorial Day. So they'll have Highway 34 up the canyon opened for through traffic and not closed down like they're planning on doing again. The poor people who live in the canyon up in Estes, I feel so bad for them because of the floods a few years ago. The Department of Transportation has basically shut down a huge chunk of the canyon going up Highway 34 from Loveland to Estes Park. And like they'll have it open certain times of the day, like from 7:30 to 9 o'clock in the morning, and that's it. And then it's shut down the rest of the day until between 5 and 6:30 at night. Those might not be the times. Don't quote me on that. But those are the only times anyone can travel in or out of the canyon. So if you're a stay-at-home mom and you live in Estes and you want to go down to Loveland, you better plan on staying there the whole day, or you have to go down to the south and take the highway in from the south, which adds like another 45 minutes on your trip. It's been annoying. They'd been promised that it was going to be open again this, shut it down from last fall through this spring, and that it would open up this summer and be open. And suddenly they're being told, no, we need to close it down for another fall, winter, spring. Residents are not happy. But it should be open, far as I know, for the wool market in Estes. I will be there. That is the second weekend in June. Let me get the date for you. Hang on. June 10th and 11th, if you're taking classes, those are being held the 8th and the 9th. I really wish I could, but I have to work both those days. There's some really good looking classes I would love to take, but work. Oh well. It is what it is. So another reason why I haven't been crafting, we've been getting a lot of stuff done around the house. We let the twins pick out paint colors for their rooms, and we got Gabe's painted. Took them to Lowe's, let them pick out paint chips. Thank the good Lord that I talked Gabe down from the initial Ninja Turtle neon green. I think it was called Gecko green from Valspar that he wanted. Sorry if you're hearing banging. The babies aren't sleeping. Talked him down to a lighter shade. I can't remember. It was like Meadow Song or something like that. I don't remember. Basically, if you go over to Ravelry, I'm looking at the forums right now, the little green bar across the top, it's maybe one shade lighter than that. So essentially my son's room is now Ravelry green. Actually, here, hang on. I forgot. I have a picture because I didn't think anyone believed me what color he wanted. It's Ravelry green. I just realized that is totally maybe a touch more yellow than what's at the top bar on Ravelry. Oh my good gravy. And Tara, of course, I want pink. So she picked a really pretty pale pink color. It surprised me she didn't want fuchsia. And I didn't have to talk her down from that. I showed her the pinks and she goes, that one. And it's this pretty pale pink. So we got Gabe's room done last weekend, and Tara's room is currently in progress, which is why babies aren't napping, because we have her bed in Gabe's room right now to nap. We moved Gabe's stuff into her room while his room was being painted for a day or two. Naps are running a little thin on the ground right now, which is testing me a little. Seems like they both crash about every third day. So we'll see how this goes. No naps today, judging by the noises I'm hearing from upstairs. I show this chair. And also, since it was Mother's Day weekend, we got the garden put in out back. We have this one small patch. So I'm sitting in front of one of our window wells in the basement. And one of our other window wells that's over here outside of our spare room in the basement had this just dirt patch in it that was full of weeds. And I kind of said, that'd be kind of a good garden area. The soil stunk. It was not literally smelled. It was bad. Just really sandy clay gravel. While hubby was fixing the rock border along one side of the house, he sifted out a lot of dust or a lot of dirt, actually. It was good dirt, black dirt. So he saved it, threw that on the garden patch last summer. We got some bags of gardening soil as well, along with a couple bags of sheep manure. And he worked that all in this last weekend for me, and we've been building up a little retaining wall on the low side of it. And he got my plants planted for me. So I've got 4 strawberry plants that a coworker gave to us. We've got a couple of tomato plants, a couple bell peppers, and some garlic chives. So I'm happy. All I have to do is remember to water them once in a while so they don't die this summer. We'll see how the garden does and takes off. I'm still on the hunt for a rhubarb plant for out here, though. The coworker that gave us the strawberries thought she had seen some at a nursery. I haven't seen any like at the little greenhouses that pop up in front of like Walmart and the grocery stores, King Super and Ace Hardware and all of those out here. Haven't seen them there, so I'm going to have to hit one of the bigger nurseries and see if they've got a rhubarb plant or 2 that I can put in, because I miss my rhubarb. It's been 2 years, almost 3 since I've had rhubarb, and I miss it. You can take the girl out of the Midwest, you can't take the Midwest out of the girl. I need rhubarb. So, painting, home improvement stuff. That sounded like someone cannonballing off a bed. Hubby's upstairs, he can deal with it. All of that's been kind of eating up my time. So we'll make it work. All right, really quick, let's do a couple of questions from the Any Questions thread. So if you have anything you'd like to ask me within reason, head over to the Ravelry group. There is a thread stickied at the top of the group titled Any Questions. Post in there and I will get to it soon-ish. I don't know exactly how many questions I'm at, but we're going to do 2 today, or questions from 2 different people, since I don't have a whole lot of crafting for you. So first question is from Dillback on Ravelry. Let's see. She says, "Hi Karen, I have a Pokemon question for you. What level are you on? Do you compete in the gyms? Do you only play because of the kids, or do you enjoy playing for yourself? I ask because I'm on level 24 and started for my son, but now play for me. Just curious, as most people think I'm a little crazy, or people think I'm crazy if they see me playing. Thanks, Dilly." So let me pull up Pokemon Go for you. So for those of you that don't know, Pokemon Go is an app from Niantic that came out for smartphones last July. I've been in since almost the very beginning. I waited about a week to make sure nothing was buggy. Got hubby in on it. Ooh, my volume is way up. And you make a little avatar. You can walk with different Pokemon. I'm currently level 27, Dilly. So working your way through the questions. What level are you on? I'm a 27. My husband is working on level 29. He walks a lot more than I do, catches a lot more stuff at work than I do since he works nights. He has a little more free time. Do you compete in the gyms? Yes and no. Not... Oh, what did I... Sorry. So, when there's a place near the town we live in, it's called and it's over by Loveland, it's called the Promenade Shops at Centera. If you're in the area, it is a great place to go walk around because it has what's called Pokestops. It's where you can pick up Pokeballs and all the extra little items you need in order to play the game. There's a sculpture park basically behind the Promenade Shops, and you can get back to it. There's this huge walking path. I take the twins around on it, take hubby with me, and we walk, we collect stuff, and there's 2 gyms that are along this walking path. And we usually try to take down at least one of them, get one of our Pokemon into it, and every day or every like 22 hours that you hold this gym, you get more Pokecoins. So here's my top one, the Rhydon over there in the corner, at 2572. See how it doesn't have a green bar underneath it like the Vaporeon next to it does? That's because I put it in a gym this morning and someone already beat that gym and sent it back to us. So I have to revive my little guy, bring him back to life and heal him. I know, it's don't ask. Don't ask. So we don't play competitively. Both hubby and I are on Team Mystic. doesn't really matter what team you're on. I just go to have fun. We don't do like training at the gyms unless we see a gym is really close to leveling up that's part of our team. Then we'll train to try to increase the prestige, which then lets you add more Pokemon to that gym and helps it make it harder for other people to take it over. When it's just hubby and I, we put 2 things in and we hope no one knocks us out too quick. 4 hours, 5 hours. Do you only play because of the kids or do you enjoy playing yourself? The kids have gotten into Pokemon because of us. We've purchased 5 different seasons of Pokemon, starting with Indigo League, which is where the whole Pokemon, it's like, what order should I watch Pokemon in? The original TV series. And I looked it up. We've got Indigo League, the Orange Islands, Johto Journeys, Johto League Champions, and there's one like Master League, I think. Don't quote me on that 5th one. So the kids have gotten into it. They actually know more. If I show Gabe pictures, he can name every single Pokemon in my Pokedex, which is crazy. Tara can name a ton of them too, and we're working on their alphabet using Pokemon since they enjoy it so much. So like if we're walking and one of the eggs we've collected hatches, because you can put an egg in an incubator and you walk a certain distance, the egg will hatch and give you a Pokemon. When we see an egg start to hatch, it's, babies, come look, what are we going to get? What are we going to get? And they cheer and jump up and down and they think it's so much fun. Or if we're trying to catch something that we know they're interested in, we'll show them that. So it's more we started for ourselves because at the time the kids didn't really care. And now they've gotten more into it as we've played. A lot of people that I work with used to play when it started. It was really hot, but most of them have dropped out and it's like, nah, that's dumb. That's not the it thing anymore. And it's, I don't care. So Dilly, hopefully that answers your questions. Keep playing Pokemon. Who cares what other people think? Just go out and have fun and enjoy. That's all that matters. Let me mark that one off. Second question is from Just One More Thing on Ravelry, Janessa. And she said, hi, Karen. I've been following the podcast since way back, but lost track of watching just before the hiatus. I was glad to find you again and been enjoying catching up with past episodes. Here's my question. How do you store your coffee so it doesn't lose flavor? I love San Marco coffee, but I always feel like I have to stick with one flavor at a time or risk them going stale. Happy knitting, Janessa. So, obviously I change mine out quite frequently. There's several factors. I open my bags willy-nilly. If I have the half-pound bags, those all have a Ziploc type top on them, so I don't feel that bad. But if you're buying the 1-pound bags, those don't have a zip top or the little like metal twist tie thing where you can roll it down and clip it. I use a clothespin, like one of the little squeezy clothespins or a chip clip. I cut the top off, I pour out what I need. I only make 1 grinder full, which lasts me 4 or 5 days, or less, depending on how much coffee I'm drinking. Roll the top down and clip it. And I put it in the cupboard, and that way I can change out what I want. I mean, your mileage may vary. I don't feel like any of mine have lost flavor before I've been able to finish the pound. They're still just as slick with oil, oily as can be. I used to use these little ceramic jar canister things that I got from, I believe I got them at Walmart for like $20 for a set of 4, but they were graduated. There was a tall, like 4 little stair step type canisters. And obviously the small one couldn't hold more than, I don't think it could even hold a half a pound. So I was still leaving coffee in bags. So I don't know, I haven't had a problem with it, but your mileage may vary. If you're leaving the bags sitting open and not sealing them somehow, whether it's with a clothespin, a chip clip, a alligator clip, I don't care. Heck, use a paper clip if that's all you've got. Just roll the top down tight. Try to squish out as much air as you can and clip that sucker shut and you should be fine. I haven't had any issues, but try that, see if it helps, and definitely drink more than 1 flavor of coffee at a time. It gets boring if you can't switch it up. So, hopefully that helps. Like I said, if you have any questions, please head over to the Ravelry group, to the Any Questions thread. I'm going to try to get some crafting mojo back and hopefully be back next week with a lot more stuff to show you. Although this is my work weekend, so we'll see. Until the next time I see you, happy knitting.